Well, here we are again, Razorback fans, at the end of a 6-6 mediocre season, which had a few high hopes. Even the Oklahoma State game now appears to be a real bad loss, the way they ended up the season getting killed by Colorado as well as other games they lost. So you can go down the row. You have the highlight of the Tennessee win, but other than that, it's pretty much the same old, same old. Petrino did add a few things to the offense, and I don't know. I think he's made a few comments about the team being mediocre in a lot of ways as far as the team, players, as well as coaches. So it doesn't sound like he'll be around for season number 2. I think he would prefer, landing a job with another team. Malzahn he took a step down from being a head coach to being an offensive coach because of the heat there, not delivering on wins there at Central Florida there. He's gone to Florida State as an assistant, and that's kind of his story. And I think you see that with offensive coaches and maybe even defensive coaches that, it's been a whack-a-mole type season where you get one thing fixed and something else pops up, and it can be offense, defense, or even special teams. And, people get tired of that. So that's why I thought it was funny in today's paper that you start seeing an article, and it has to do with, Yurachek. And, we can't say much about a head coach going somewhere else or somebody being interested in Pittman, because that's not happening. But he was denying interest in South Carolina. Now, he said no intent, which that means they could be. But you think of South Carolina and their coach and his success there, and again, they're in line possibly to even get into playoffs, just because they stuck with the program and played well, and the coach did well, and he knew how to win one-score games. Arkansas has been terrible, maybe one of the worst ever anywhere of winning one-score games. They've had worse coaches that got blown out, but Arkansas has been in a game a lot of times. But when you lose as many one-score games, that means that you probably have as good a talent or better, but you don't do a very good job of coaching. And again, that's the thing that Arkansas has run into in a game situation. And you lead about every conference in fumbles. I don't know, 27 now, I think. And also a lot of other mistakes, whether it's penalties at the wrong time or other plays that you make. So it's kind of a situation where, there's going to have to be a change after this year. There are going to be some coaches leave, no doubt. Some players leave, and I can have some fun right now. It's been a couple of weeks ago. I think I went out there on the fan transfer portal, and I chose the arch enemy Texas this year. A couple of years ago, I think I chose TCU, and they did quite well. And I think the way Texas has played, their defense has really picked it up, particularly against A&M. They could be very likely to win it all, as good as any team I've seen. So that's just the way I feel that when you see all this nonsense going on, and head coaches and athletic directors and kind of sitting on it, maybe, they've been bailed out in the past by the corporate sponsors, but I think the other, what I can call the retail, or the, maybe the blue class, or not the below the people you might expect to be out there who don't show up at games. So I think it's about time to make some major changes, and whether Yurachek's bluffing or whether he wants to go, it's hard to visualize him at South Carolina or Missouri, where they have made real positive changes and done very well, because his track record as far as football coach is proved to be a major mistake.